You've got to think about this. Safety is always a must. And joining us now is Dr. Ken Perry. He's the Assistant Medical Director for Trident Medical Center. Thank you for getting up and being here with us this morning.
No problem.
And, you know, we were talking off air, as a general rule for myself and with my kids when they were growing up, I just did not deal with fireworks at all. They always scared me.
And I think that's an appropriate way to look at it, especially as a parent. You're worried that something's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
And if you're not an expert, they can be very dangerous.
Don't handle them at all. So are there really any type of safe fireworks? If those, you see the fireworks stands, if you're going to purchase fireworks for the family, sir, are there any that are even really considered safe for kids?
I would say no for kids, especially under 12 years old. There's no recommendation that someone under 12 should even handle fireworks, specifically even sparklers. I know that's something that everyone...
I never like those too much.
It's actually the same process that people use to weld, and so I don't know exactly how much you want that close to your children's hands.
I know. And people have actually suffered some serious burns from that type of firework as well, right?
Absolutely. And once you get a burn like that on the end of your finger and it heals, you can end up having really bad scarring where you can't use your hand, you can't use your fingers as easily. So it can be very, very life altering.
Now let's go into that just a little bit more when it comes to dealing with firecrackers and getting burned. Some folks can really be burned seriously with that. But Trident Medical Center, you guys actually have a burn center. That's number one. Number two, what's considered a burn that's serious enough that you'd want to seek medical attention?
We do have a burn center, which is what makes it great for us because we can refer to patients to our own burn center. We can see them in the emergency department and then make sure that we get close follow-up for them. It's difficult to say what kind of burn can be dealt with at home. The only one that we would say is really okay is a first-degree burn, which is really the equivalent of a sunburn. Once you start getting blisters, once you start getting anything more than that, we worry also about infection, we worry about healing. And so that's something that we should probably take a look at and have a medical expert take a look at it.
And of course now when you go to the big productions, which there are quite a few planned around the low country tonight, they're beautiful to look at. They also can be a little loud. That can affect your hearing, and especially those of the young ones. Let's talk about the dangers of the kids being exposed to loud fireworks.
Absolutely. We all, as we were talking off air, we all remember Michael Phelps with his child with the headphones. And so I think that's an actual appropriate response, especially for infants and really young children. Once you're far enough away from the actual firework and where it's going off, the sound becomes less of an issue. But especially if you're doing these in your backyard and you're getting a little too close, they certainly can leave you with it ringing in your ears and things
and even
like that.
I have experienced that myself with just the smaller ones that you deal with at home. Now, decibel levels.
Correct.
You said 100.
We normally say you shouldn't be exposed to something greater than about 120 to 140. And fireworks are usually 160, 170 and above. And so that's why we were saying that you shouldn't be too close.
That's right. So you want to kind of, while you might want to be down front and center to see everything, you might want to consider lingering on the edges to do that.
Absolutely. And down front might be the place where things like duds and the firework that doesn't go off.
There's always that danger.
Absolutely.
Always that danger. So when in doubt, if you're dealing with fireworks, if you don't feel, comfortable with lighting it up and everything like that, just don't do it, right?
Absolutely.
And leave it to the professionals. Dr. Perry, thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Happy 4th.
Thank you.
All right.
You too.
Take care.